Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today, we're taking a look at another bird of prey design, the E16 Kitang class. Designed. Yeah.
Yeah, it was designed by the same people who made the Norg. And the Koldun.
Yeah.
And it was an attempt to fulfill much the same role as the Burrell, except do it a lot more economically. For one reason. Look at it. It's basically a box.
Yeah.
Simple to build, simple to construct. The only real complicated features are, of course, the wings, though most of those features are now in the lower half, which actually makes a hell of a lot more sense. And, of course, the central section. Of course,
Yeah.
that's probably... Of course, with how cheap this thing is, you could just swap the wings out, swap the disruptor cannons out, swap everything out.
Yeah.
So long as the core of the bird of prey remains intact, she's good to go. And that was the entire point of the design. She was designed to be as cookie cutter as possible, mostly to make up for losses during the Dominion War. How many Burrells were lost during the Dominion War?
Quite a few. They were about the same. They filled about the same role as the Miranda.
Yeah, arguably the Miranda did a lot better, though.
Yeah.
Regardless, with the E-15 finally falling in massive droves, that gave the Klingons an excuse to design a new cookie-cutter bop.
Yep. And they gave it, and fittingly, it was named after the IKS Kitang, one of the few ships not affected by the Breen energy dampening weapon, because of an issue they had had with their warp core beforehand, and the modifications made to fix that problem.
Serendipity's a bitch like that.
Yeah, and that led to the Klingons basically saying, "Oh, we could do that across all our boats. We're immune to that thing now." And everyone else going, "We can't."
Yeah, so this also led to the whole Martok versus Gowron thing.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Gowron's an idiot.
Yeah.
Seriously, humiliating the man who is doing the job he expects you to do, and who is known to not want the Klingon Chancellorship.
Yeah. And
politicians.
Yeah. And technically Worf was the one who bought Gowron in the end, but he didn't want it. He didn't want the Chancellorship either, and was able to foist it off on Martok before Martok could say, "Wait, what?"
Oh, it's not like the man had a choice in the matter.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now, there is one final bird of prey model before we move on to the final modernized Burrell in the E-18. Its immediate predecessor, built also by House Corlock, the Hoshush class. And yes, it's a lot quieter. You don't actually need to do the
right.
Of course, this particular design was designed for one simple purpose: to be a counter to the Aquarius.
Yes, and as such, it is as literally to be a glorified auxiliary craft for the Bordescu class. We've already covered the Bordescu class, and it basically functions as a special rule for that thing. Like the Aquarius on the Odyssey class has about the same stats as a Defiant. I'd say this thing has the same stats as 15 Burrell.
with a few refit points for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Regardless, House Corlock's time in the sun would not last for very long. Their cheap designs were only so good when the Empire's industrial capacity had been shot to hell by the Dominion and the Interstellar Concordium. Once the industrial base was back up and running, House Katinga got back into the fray.
Yep. And that will be our next vid.
I don't even think we actually need to cover the E-18 core class. We already have a vid on that.
Yeah, I don't think we got too much into the actual... I'm just thinking... we do have a vid on that, but that was during some of our early, less lore-intensive days, so that video might need some touching up, I think.
This is true.
So that's what I was thinking. We do a...
Plus, we have to deal with the other one.
Yeah.
The Machala. Which is probably a House Corla thing, or House Antak. Don't particularly care which.
Yep.
Regardless. Bye-bye.